Hello and welcome to Culture Shock, the pop culture podcast brought to you by three aging millennials and our outdated opinions. I'm your host today, Adrian, and joining me as always is...
Hold on a second, I gotta address something. What's Culture Shocked?
It's only Culture Shocked, Corey, the biggest podcast on the planet.
Well, not bigger than Xavier Cugat, the Mambo King. Everybody Mambo!
God, come on, there's no time for this. Hold on, the neighbors see us.
Due to there being a copyright claim on our music all of a sudden, lame, we have to go out and find a different song, lame. We may even have to pay somebody for it, lame. But until then, just enjoy the episode. And as always, thank you for listening.
Zora!
Oh, fuck. Insert not our music here.
Dun, 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 dun.
That is our music.
Can we use the power line? That's probably not copyrighted, right?
Disney never copyrights anything.
Yeah, Disney's super loose with that. They're like Nintendo.
Yeah. I don't know which one of them's worse.
Hey, they're
Nintendo.
neck and neck for maybe the worst ones.
You use a quarter of a second. Flagged. That's our money. It's like, dude, I have 300 subscribers. I'm not getting money. It's ours.
Did not make money.
Ours.
If you make 1 penny, it's mine.
It'd be the first video to blow up and get like 100,000 views. And it's like, wait, I can make some. Ours. Damn it.
Shit.
At least I made some subscribers. Ours. They take my subscribers. Like, you're Disney. You probably have like 20 million subscribers.
Ours.
Ours. Any video, you have a video that has over 1,000 views. Ours. For some reason,
fuck.
Corey, they take your Superman trailer. Ours. Yeah, that's not even Disney.
That's complete opposite.
Disney actually owns everything in Hollywood. Come on.
No, that's true.
There's been rumors that Disney's trying to buy the rights to the DC universe.
Oh God, Disney actually bought Scorsese, and now he's like, I love MCU films.
Scorsese died 10 years ago. Disney's been waking at Bernie's him for years.
He's just they made him make Killers of the Flower Moon. Damn, they went next level, dude, with his corpse.
It's a Disney clone of Scorsese, just like Avril Lavigne's a clone.
they have AI Scorsese. I love Disney MCU films. They are not theme parks. They are cinema. I don't know why it sounds like Stephen Hawking. Oh my God, MCU movies kick total fucking ass. Oh my God.
OMG.
OMG. Also, I can't move.
Here's my current impression of Stephen Hawking.
That's pretty good.
Because he's dead.
Oh God, that was a little more blunt than I was going with.
Okay, Mike really went that extra mile. Mike, show them, don't tell them. Show them. Hollywood, baby, show them,
Act
don't
like
tell
you've been
them.
here before.
Oh, I just thought it was funny.
Because he's dead.
Because he's dead.
Totally. I don't know if you guys picked up on what we're talking about, because why the fuck would you?
Guys, from this point, can you guess the subject of the episode?
If you guess, you get a cracker.
Stephen Hawking?
If it's about celebrity deaths and how they're hilarious, then you are right.
OMG, goofy movie, totally sucks my dick.
Well, Adrian just said it. We're talking about in a very vulgar, disgusting way.
This Disney movie.
We're talking about this Disney movie from our childhoods.
Everybody's favorite kids movie.
A goofy movie. Because this is how we talk about kids' movies. I mean, this did come out when we were kids, so technically we're allowed to do this.
Yes.
We're not being weird, all right?
I just watched it again for the first time in probably 25 years last night.
Oh, really?
Shit, I watch this once a year. And that's
Corey's like,
not an exaggeration.
Corey's like, this is like my top 7 favorite movie of all time.
It's in my top 10 Disney movies for sure.
Oh, yeah, there you go. There's a different discussion. And I like it.
Yeah.
Oh, man, you're going to make me put a list together now. I accidentally gave Adrian an idea for a list, and now I have to put it together.
Yeah, I need to hear your top 10 Disney movies now.
I have PTSD when I accidentally give Adrian ideas that he'll throw at us.
Oh, shit.
The war!
No, but a very, very, very important movie to at least Adrian and I. Mike doesn't seem like it was real important, but I hope he enjoyed it.
Yeah, Mike seems like he fucking hates this movie.
I remember loving it as a kid.
Okay.
Yeah.
So kid Mike liked it, and I think adult Mike likes it as well.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I have not only on my phone had the soundtrack to this movie, but I play it a lot. Like, I like the soundtrack to this movie. I played it at work last night just to get myself hyped for this. I love the songs in this movie. I will randomly break out into Stand Out or Eye to Eye all the time.
Oh
I
yeah.
actually really enjoy the music in this movie. It's very Prince-based, because I think that's
Yeah.
what Powerline is supposed to
Oh,
be.
Powerline.
Oh, for sure.
But and I mean, I'm not alone. There's a million videos out there of people doing Powerline dances and
Yeah.
singing to the music, and like
Max does one.
Oh,
Max
hell yeah.
does one, a Stand Out. It's a great fucking performance.
Yeah, it got him popular.
Some people settle for the typical thing, living all their lives waiting in the wings. It ain't a question of if, it's just a matter of time. Before I move to the front of the line, once you're watching every move that I make.
This is our new theme song, guys.
Yeah. We're so copyrighted right now.
I already expected to be in this one, because earlier when I was trying to cut that song down, couldn't do it. Couldn't.
Oh,
fucking
really?
do it. Almost put the whole goddamn song on there.
He said I had to listen to the whole thing. Max is so popular now.
Yes.
Yeah, this is the behind me. It's right after he did the performance, actually.
Oh yeah, him and PJ.
Yeah, and then one of my favorite songs, After Today. Well, that's before this, when he's talking about how after today I'll either be famous or you'll be suspended.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've got 24 hours.
And when this is ended, I'll either be famous or you'll be suspended.
Is that the principal?
Yeah,
fuck.
as he runs into him.
The principal's a dick.
Principal's
Wow.
a dick.
Principals are dicks.
Well,
All
I don't
principals
know.
out there, you're dicks.
Not all of them are dicks.
All of them. I will not budge on this.
Mr. F was an okay principal.
I will not budge. No, he was great, actually.
Yeah, I mean, the principal does get a little excessive on his phone call with Goofy. Like after, I know Max like pulled this stunt, but he's like, "Your little hoodlum gangster son is gonna go to jail."
He's gonna end up in the electric chair.
That's what he says.
It's kind of fucking. It's very dark.
So, and he gives like the electric chair. Sora.
And it really does like scare the shit out of Goofy. Like,
It does.
he makes him plan a whole fucking fishing trip just to. I'm going on a fishing trip. Oh, who you going with, Donald?
Your best
You
friend.
silly.
Go with my best friend, Donald.
Yeah, Donald Duck.
I love that. That was
We do-
early cameos.
We do see Mickey and Donald for a split second in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they probably watched Goofy drive by and like, that motherfucker didn't invite us to the lake. We always go to the lake.
But we always go to the lake.
This asshole. He didn't even pick us up. We're
That's
clearly
where we-
straight on the other side of the road.
But that's where we smoke our weed. Is that Donald?
Oh yeah. No, do you remember our Donald
my God.
impression was mine is and I tried to do it that one time. Oh my god. that was terrible.
Wait, let me do my Donald impression. I'm Donald Duck.
There's the laugh.
It's more of like a penguin laugh than a duck laugh.
Oh, Donald, what happened?
I smoked too many cigarettes.
Donald after 10 years of emphysema.
I just like that. Why does Willem Dafoe laugh at her? Can I get a pack of Newports?
The guy at the bodega. Say it with me.
Yeah, boat.
He's like, are you Willem Dafoe? No.
This guy. This is the easiest guy in the world to make laugh, guys. Ah, Jesus.
We're a little off the rails today.
Yeah. So,
It's okay.
But it's because this movie, turned 30 this year?
You turned 30 this year, yes.
And we wanted to talk about it because it is a very important movie, specifically to me, I think to the others. But
Near and dear to any millennial heart.
me and my wife both watch this every year at least. And sometimes every once in a while I'll put on Disney Plus and I'm like, fuck it. This is one of the movies I put on just randomly in the background.
yeah.
And it's for the music. The movie also is very good.
Mhm.
I mean, how can you not love Possum Pals?
My fucking god.
La 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 la. That fucking girl.
A little girl.
With the glasses
Oh.
and the teeth. Holy shit. Yeah, but I think like it's just like it was a surprise hit.
Yeah.
Like when it came out, nobody expected it. Like, it was coming around the time like of like the Lion King and shit like that. And obviously it wasn't that level, but it was a lot of like Disney's B team on the movie. It's a pretty low budget compared to their other movies. And it was just kind of like, at the time it was just meant to be another film. But like now some of these actors go and do conventions and shit and it's packed because people fucking the nostalgia for the Goofy movies crazy.
There's so many people dressed up as Powerline.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Like the one actor.
Scene,
oh, good.
The scene that's about to happen in the background behind Corey, there's some cringy line dialogue from Roxanne to her dad that sounds awful, like off-putting.
In the wrong context. This is something I was gonna do.
The tone of her voice is not a daughter talking to her father.
No, but let me give you two separate contexts to that line. One, go on, good daddy. That's one context.
Yeah.
Now let me give it to you another way. Go on, good daddy.
Nope.
That line turns very very fast if you say it wrong.
I agree. That first reading was kind of creepy.
Yeah, it was. The second one was hot as fuck.
Both. No, as soon as she said it, the way she said it, I'm like, that was weird. In the 2025 context of sexual freedom, if you will, that has become what it is. When that line was made,
Go off, Queen.
When that line was made back in 1995, nobody thought it. Nobody blinked an eye at it. Probably.
Are we getting into top 10 Pornhub categories with Mike?
Yeah. When that did I say 2025? No. When that movie came back in I said 1995. Yeah. When it came out in 1995, that line probably didn't register with anybody as creepy, weird, or sexual. Now in 2025,
depends.
It's the infliction. Like she didn't say it in a daughter way, and it just that's the only part of this whole movie that threw me off and bugged me.
Way to make it weird, Mike. Way to make it weird. Sorry, go ahead. I just did Roxanne's dad. That was my impression, by the way.
I think Roxanne's dad just went the entire time.
He did.
For some reason in theaters, my little 9-year-old wiener jumped when she said that. So I knew there was something there, but I didn't quite know what yet.
Oh yeah, when I was a kid, Roxanne was up there. Roxanne was up there with who was it in Space Jam? Lola Bunny.
Lola Bunny.
Yeah.
Had such a crush on Lola Bunny.
You furries.
Yeah, for sure. I loved Jessica Rabbit, of course. Jessica Rabbit.
Maybe we are furries. Jessica Rabbit wasn't a rabbit, though, I guess. So
that's true. No. She was just married to a rabbit.
So she was a furry.
So she was also a furry.
She was a furry.
Damn, this is an interconnected web that I didn't realize.
But, I also liked Uma Thurman, Poison Ivy. I mean, come on.
Ooh. Can we just simp over 90s actresses for the next 20 minutes?
The Pink Ranger, Amy Jo Johnson.
Oh, hell yeah.
You guys want to be like the
Jennifer Love, huge tits.
They weren't
that's a quote. That's a quote from Scary Movie. Okay.
You guys want to be the antagonist of this movie, Max, who's completely a simp for Roxanne. So
he's simping. But I mean, think about it though. He's like a high school kid. He just
imagine
imagine you just like had this moment in school where you fucking peaked and you're the coolest kid in school and like you're ready to have like the best summer ever as the cool kid, and immediately your dad's like, "We're going away for the summer to go fishing."
Adrian, I don't know if you remember my high school
I know you kind of had the opposite
but,
of like the big moment. I know
that didn't happen to me, so
but I'm just saying
I can't relate.
Mike had the complete opposite singing moment.
To be fair, Mike, the lyrics are "stand out above the crowd," and you stood out, my friend.
I mean, that's fair.
Stand out. He's saying it's just stand out, no matter what way.
Yeah, Mike, it's your fault you couldn't use it to your advantage.
Yeah,
victim blaming.
Hey, I was honest the entire time anybody stupidly brought it up.
Yeah. No, that's fair. You own that shit. But I'm just saying, in the context of this movie, imagine you're like, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you're the coolest fucking kid in school. Like in high school, that's a big deal.
Yeah,
So cool.
It's the biggest deal.
It's that's all that matters in high school. You don't care about grades and shit. You want to be the cool kid.
Well, to be fair, that is what happened to me in college. So, like,
Wait, what?
I had to I did become kind of the popular kid in college, and I stopped going to class because
right.
all I gave a shit about was hanging out with my friends.
guys, Mike can say this because we can't prove this wrong.
Well, no,
Yeah, exactly. Mike can say he was cool.
I was cool, guys.
Guys, where's that one place that you guys weren't? College. I was so cool in college. Where's that place you can't verify? Yeah, me too, Mike. I was the coolest kid in IUP.
Oh.
Ooh.
I will say this. I was the coolest kid in my dorm because I was 21 and I could buy all everyone else.
God.
My freshman year, they're like, wait, how old are you? I said, we're going to get along real well.
We're going to have fun.
I said, you're using me, but I get drunk for free.
That's true.
You're using me, and it's okay.
And it's okay.
It's you know
I'm
what,
fine with
what
it.
you guys had.
Oh god,
you guys had like a what's that relationship where both benefit off of each other, even though you're both using each other?
It's a win-win-win.
Yeah. I was gonna say a great.
In this case, I also win.
There's actually a term for that, but yeah, no, like I mean, you were getting drunk for free because they were giving you the money. They were getting beer.
Exactly.
Like, yeah.
I damn it! What's the word? It's not symbiotic. I think that's bad, right?
There's definitely a scientific term. Like
there's
science
a word
coming into my brain,
and it's not just something as simple as like mutually beneficial.
Antitoxic.
Antitoxic.
Our research department's going to come up with the word.
I'm looking at it.
It's tecotoxin.
It's Taco Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday.
Hey, it is Tuesday.
Oh, it is.
Might have to
Not
have
for you guys.
Yeah, right. Yeah, but so you have Max. You have Goofy's son. And obviously, as you see from the nightmare sequence at the beginning, which is horrifying, by the way, of him transforming into Goofy, you see his biggest nightmare is like becoming his father. It's like, because... Thank you, Goofy. That didn't sound anything like Willem Dafoe. But, yeah. So it's pretty heavy-handed, in-your-face commentary, but it's telling you right away that Max's biggest fear is becoming just like his dad. And like, the whole movie is it's a cute little, come together father-son bonding thing where they don't really see eye to eye. I didn't mean to do that. But they don't see eye to eye on a lot of things. They don't really. There they are. Donald and Mickey.
Yep, they are.
Mike, did you find the word?
I did finally. It took a couple things to search. First, I came up with mutualism. I was like, "That's not what I'm looking for."
Right.
Symbiosis is.
I said symbiotic.
Yep, a symbiotic relationship where both species
Adrian,
benefit from each other.
I thought it sounded bad because I just know symbiote.
Well, if you think about it,
we're stuck in the Marvel brain.
If you think about it, a symbiote, they do benefit from each other.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah.
Well, you know what? Yeah.
Yeah. As
Marvel being big brain.
As Peter Parker would say, this is something else.
Put some dirt in there.
They love me. Yeah, so you have Max and his dad going on a fishing trip. Max is the recent cool kid, and his whole thing is he wants to... Sorry, there's a dance number going out on the highway right now.
And there goes the pan.
Is that on the open road?
Yeah.
On the open road.
Very country-like song.
Yeah, for sure.
Did you see the two actors got together recently in a video and redid that song?
Oh, really?
Oh,
and
for those who don't know, there's something I found out while watching this movie, and something I had already known. The one thing I found out was Pauly Shore did not want his name involved in the movie at all.
Really?
Because he didn't want Disney to use his name for marketing.
Huh.
So he is uncredited for that reason.
I think he was trying to be edgy, and Disney would push that.
If you go to IMDb and try to see who plays that character, you can't find it. His name's not there at all. But if you look through the photos on IMDb, Pauly Shore's name does come up.
Oh, so it's when you're playing the Madden games and they didn't have Belichick, so it's just a head coach.
Yeah. So I found out that for the same reason that Robin Williams, I guess, didn't want Disney to. They just didn't want them to use their name as marketing.
Yeah.
Pauly Shore is not in the same league as Robin Williams, but hey.
There was a time in the 90s when, for some reason, Pauly Shore was fucking like it. I don't know why he was so big, but he was.
Encino Man.
Buddy.
You said like his fourth best movie back then.
It's one of the only Pauly Shore movies I've seen.
Hey, Corey, you're implying he had 4 good movies?
Yeah, he loves that. What's that? Stepbrother, stepmother, mother-in-law, whatever.
Step Brothers. No, that's Will Ferrell.
That's right.
Yeah, I just put my nuts on your drum sack, buddy.
The 4 I can think of with Pauly Shore are Encino Man.
Encino Man. Yes.
We're in the army now.
Oh yeah, Jesus, that
Son-in-law,
flopped.
Son-in-law. That's
and Biodome.
Biodome. Yeah, wow. Pauly Shore had a big 4.
So and then
we're in the army now is kind of what started tanking him.
Yeah.
So and then talking about actors in this movie, James Marsden. Is it not James Marsden? That's his name, right?
Sonic?
No, not. It's fucking Christ. Hold on.
Cyclops?
It's definitely not fucking Christ.
Jason Marsden.
Oh, okay.
It's
I was gonna say Cyclops is in this one.
No. So Jason Marsden is not really well known, but people don't realize he was in The Lion King 2 as the main character Kovu.
Mm-hmm.
And for those of you, yes, bingo card for me. He was Eric Matthews' best friend in Boy Meets World in the first 3 seasons.
What is he in this, Max?
Yeah, he's Max in this.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, but just what I like about the movie is it's hilarious. The animation's really sharp, and but it has some like actual serious moments.
Yeah,
like it has some like the scene in the jacuzzi. I always think about that scene, like between Pete and Goof, talking about their different parenting styles, and it's like it seems like a moment where Goofy really wants to say something to Pete about, because Pete's like, my son respects me. And it's almost like your son like fears you, and it's like, is that what you really want? Like, it's not so much your son respects you. He doesn't have a good time with you. Like there's a line of like being a friend, and it kind of tackles that too. There's kind of a line of being your kid's buddy and being a father. And I think Pete's too far on one side, and maybe Goofy's a little bit too far on the other side.
And honestly, like,
for sure.
Me as a father, I feel like I have like a really good blend of those two things where I will tell my kids, no, you're going to fucking listen to me.
Yeah.
But then there's the other side that I just want to be friends with my kids. Like they're all kind of at the age now where we do things together. We go to concerts together. We go to movies together. We do things together. My son loves talking to me about video games and comic books and stuff.
They're slipping into the age where they're more friends than their kids. Like they're always your kids, but I'm
going to be honest with you. Like, I'm glad I was strict enough on them that they're well adjusted. But I'm really glad I wasn't just a dick all the time.
Right.
Because they seem to want to be around me, which is fun now.
Yeah, well, that's a good sign. Yeah, listen, I don't like giving you credit for anything, but you're a good father, so.
And I tried real hard not to be the kind of dad that once they're out, they just never come see me, because I don't want them to never see me.
Right.
Like I am looking forward to them all being gone and having my twilight years with my wife. I'm looking forward to that shit. We can go do stuff. We can go on a vacation for a couple weeks if we want, stuff like that.
He said, don't get me wrong, I can't wait for that empty
Don't
nest.
get me wrong. But just a couple weeks ago, actually, a good example of this is our boss at work was talking to Morgan, because our oldest collectively between us is almost 21, and she works with us. And our boss was talking to her about, you can't cook though. What are you going to do? She said, I'll just go to mom's. Like that comment where first reaction is, no, you won't. But the second reaction is, that's kind of touching that was her first thought.
Yeah.
That mom will cook.
First reaction is fuck you. Second reaction is that's sweet.
The first reaction was fuck you. You better at least plan this shit. But the second reaction very closely followed was, wow, that actually kind of made me feel good.
That's
the relationship I always wanted. So I think I nailed that part.
You struck the balance.
Now my kids suck, but I love them.
Shit. And you've never really had that, like, I mean, I guess every father has that, thing where your kids get into stuff, and like, is there like things that they get into that you just can't understand, or can't, like, are they like anime people, or like, do you?
Yeah, the two middle ones.
Well, I don't know. Do you like anime? I don't know.
I like some anime.
Yeah.
But the two middle ones like very deep lore anime stuff that I just can't get into.
Right.
And Corey is Corey Jr., is where I was years ago, where he's a huge online shooting gamer now.
Oh, okay.
He loves Rainbow Six
First-person
Siege.
shooters and oh yeah, Siege.
Ooh,
And every
Siege is
once
a
in a
fun
while he
game.
jumps on a Fortnite with
It
the
is.
other boys.
Right.
So he's into those two games the most right now. He also loves the story-driven stuff. Like just the other night, I was in bed, and my phone tells me everything they download on PlayStation. And it said Last of Us Part 2 ready to play. I was like, oh, I'm proud of him.
shit.
I'm so proud of him.
Get ready to have your heart broken, boy.
Yeah.
Mike, what about you? Your boys, you like, is there any disconnect like Max and his dad? Is there anything like where they're into, you're just like, that's your thing?
No, actually, Corey has an excellent idea for a music episode that we would like to do.
Okay.
Where we all introduce something that we think the other might really like.
Oh yeah.
And then talk about it. The boys kind of did something that like that to me. You know, I was expecting they asked me to listen to this guy, and I was like, oh, fucking great. What's this going to be?
Usually when your kids say you should watch this, you're like, oh, this is going to be stupid.
So, and then I listened to it. It's a artist called Livingston. And I started playing this song. It's called Shadow. And I'm like, oh, I'm actually kind of digging this. Like,
Yeah.
This is pretty good. So now my dad and I had a pretty big disconnect as far as music goes. Because, he lived in the 80s. And that's where even as the 90s
AKA
and
the
2000s,
best era of music in the 80s.
As the 90s and 2000s came about, like he hated everything to do with the 90s. So I had to discover 90s music for myself. That's why I was a late bloomer with like The Offspring and Garbage.
He didn't like any 90s stuff, Alice in Chains, nothing like that.
He enjoyed, I think he had one Alice in Chains album. He had, I know he enjoyed Collective Soul, which was 90s.
Yeah. Right.
I love me some Collective Soul.
Hell yeah.
And Collective Soul is very 90s. So.
Smashing Pumpkins, Counting Crows, anything like that.
He basically hated all grunge, which is probably why my knowledge of grunge isn't as good.
Right.
I do enjoy some stuff. I hate Nirvana. We know that. That's not a secret.
Yeah. What else can I say?
But
Mike is gay.
That is the song.
I do enjoy some. I do enjoy some Smashing Pumpkins. Soundgarden's all right.
Yeah.
Did you see that? Did you see that interview when fucking Howie Mandel had Billy Corgan come out and surprise Bill Burr because they look just alike? Yes. He's like, I just wanted to get the whole family together. Billy Corgan comes out, shakes Bill Burr hand. Bill Burr looks right at fucking Howie Mandel. He's like, you're an asshole. He's like, what? I just wanted to bring the family. Billy Corgan's like, he was surprised because he thought Bill was cool with it. Howie kept texting him saying, oh yeah, Bill wants you to come here. And he's like, wait, Bill, you didn't know about this? I knew about it. He's like, no, that's because that's what he fucking does.
Are they actually half brothers?
I don't know.
So that whole thing like's very, very weird. It
was. It felt like Bill was kind of maybe a little mad.
He was a little mad, and he kept talking about how his dad had a separate life.
Right. But I don't know if they were joking.
I don't know.
Top Google search.
Seemed like he was joking.
Yeah,
is Bill Burr related to Billy Corgan? Despite online speculation, Bill Burr and Billy Corgan are not brothers.
Okay. That was weird.
Wow.
Oh, wait, hold on. My father did once tell me that I had a half-brother named Bill who was born around the same time as me, Corgan said. He insisted at the time that he was not joking, though he clarified that after sitting on it, he doesn't actually think they're related.
Yeah, I see this right here.
His father told him he had a brother named Bill, but then said he was joking. Huh.
They do look a lot alike. Holy
They
fuck.
look a lot. And Bill Burr's also like, what kind of asshole would you have to be to have two kids around the same time and name them both Bill?
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah, guys, what we're trying to say is fatherhood.
There's not, unlike that, there's not a disconnect with me in the boys, because I have a very high tolerance for all sorts of different genres of music.
Right.
So,
but not just music. Is there anything they're into? Like any anime?
They're really into Roblox, which I'm kind of like, eh.
Right.
I'm trying to think. There is like a.
Did Roblox tame down? Because there was a lot of sex stuff in Roblox. That's why I stopped letting my boys play.
Well, I didn't let them. Once again, their mother let them, get on Roblox with their phones.
So does their dad here.
So that's kind of, So I try to keep an eye on it when they're at our house, because they can play Roblox on their iPhones.
Yeah,
that their mother also got them, which I did not approve of.
Wait, Roblox the sex game?
Kind of is.
I'm slow on this. I know it's a kid's game, but what happens?
Predators,
Stuff-
a lot of predators get on there to try to talk. to children.
that's fucked up.
Well,
Yeah.
okay, it's not only that. You can literally make the characters get naked and hump each other.
Oh, good.
It's
Oh,
literally down to where you can see
Really?
naked people. Yes.
well, that's
They've
fucked
been
up.
trying to get a hold of that and like contain it,
Yeah.
but it's so hackable. Like the code is so hackable that it's just
Oh,
not
man.
working. They've
So
been
do-
trying to figure out blocks and stuff.
So do you think it was a bad look for me to go on there with my Michael Scott name, Little Kid Lover? That's my Roblox name.
Scott's for
So they'll
Scott.
know exactly where my priorities are at.
Oh my god!
Okay,
I got
so
on there. You got on there
Scott's-
as Michael Scott, Little Kid Lover. I got on there. In The Big Bang Theory, there's an episode where they want to start a comic book shop,
yeah,
and they're trying to come up with ideas how to get younger people into the door.
right.
And they're like, we could get a van. And they're talking about how they could get a van and drive
Oh,
around and
no.
talk to kids. And Leonard's looking at them all like, are you idiots? And he goes, oh, what? Well, you also want to offer them candy? And he goes, we're going to now. Like they're not getting how, they're not
They're
getting
just
how
thinking it's a
stupid this
great
is.
idea
Yeah.
because they're so
Leonard-
harmless.
From what I have seen of that show, Leonard's the most normal of them all.
He is.
Is that Johnny Galecki?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He's the most grounded character.
He's the one that's not like a caricature.
Right.
Yeah, the rest of them definitely are. Raj is an Indian caricature. Howard is a womanizer dork caricature.
Yeah,
And Sheldon is a super
yeah.
nerd.
Sheldon's hilarious for the record.
There is
Like,
a
yes, he is.
scene. I can't lie. There is one scene that I seen. That was weird.
Huh, the scene scene.
But there is one that I saw that was
Scene.
actually really funny, and they're asking
Sorry.
Raj a question about like IT stuff, and he's like, "What? Just because I'm Indian, you think that I'm?" And then
Yeah,
they
they're
call the
starting a
IT.
company.
They call the IT department, and it goes to his phone, and he answers it.
Well,
it goes
he-
right down.
Well, they call and his phone rings and they all look at him and he goes, "It's my dad, you jerks." And he walks out of the room to answer it.
You know who would have been better at that part though? Tommy Wiseau. You think I'm IT, motherfucker?
I am not IT. I'm not.
Oh, hi, IT.
Yes, guys. In about 3 months or so, you'll understand all.
That'll
of this I'm
totally
talking
make
about.
sense around August.
The room.
Someone get a taxi.
One of the best scenes is on right now behind me with the Bigfoot.
Oh fucking
When,
Christ!
when they're fishing and Bigfoot just shows up.
I love his.
Dad, it's Bigfoot!
Could you back up a bit, Mr. Foot? You're out of focus.
You're out of focus. That's a great joke.
Yeah.
That's a great joke that goes over little me head. Like, because that's
Yeah.
everyone has pictures of
Yeah.
Bigfoot, but it's always out of focus.
You're out of focus.
You're out of focus.
I love the sock puppet fucking thing that he does.
Yeah.
Is he gone? No. I don't think so.
Oh man, I forgot how great this movie is. The headphones fall on.
Yeah. He accidentally ends up listening to what is it, Saturday Night Fever.
I
And
also
he's doing
can,
disco dances with his little hair.
Can
flapping.
somebody get me one of those lighter things? Because I want to test out if you can actually cook a can of soup with it.
Yeah,
I'm sure you could.
you could probably marginally warm it up, give it like put it on
Yeah,
there for like a half
it's-
hour.
It's not going to
I'm
be.
going to take a
cooked,
can of
but
ravioli and do it. And see
I
what
think that's
Yeah.
too thick.
You're too
Yeah.
Ravioli might just burn the
Well,
bottom.
I mean,
That's
we're all
true.
too thick.
I mean, I am way too thick.
That came out, and I was like, "Ooh, wait."
bitch, call me disturbed because I'm down with the
Mike,
thickness.
Mike, every single part of me is too thick, if you know what I mean.
Oh,
Except my dick.
Oh, shit!
oh, get down.
I was about to say, insert some Barry White.
The funny is one of my. You can set Alexa to do things in your room, like with your Alexa.
Yeah,
I set her when I say Alexa, it's time to get freaky.
yeah,
She turns the lights up here like red,
yeah.
and it plays Barry White.
Let's get it on.
Let's get it on.
Let's
Nice.
get it on. You got to get some
I
fucking
accident-
Barry Gibb there from the Bee Gees. Nobody
The funny-
gets.
Yeah. The funniest part is I was at work one time showing a friend that I worked with that I can make Alexa do that. And we laughed about it and stuff. And Katie texted me, "Did you just turn on the freaky thing?" Because it went all freaky here. At home, it went on. because I was there closing.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
He said, you call from work. You know what? I'm feeling freaky when I get home. Get freaky.
Alexas are funny because my brother had my Spotify hooked up to his Alexa, and if you're on Spotify, it shows you your devices on there.
Yeah.
And I turned on Sam Rockwell's. Is it Sam Rockwell?
He's an
Whatever.
actor.
Justin Hammer?
No. Maybe it's just Rockwell. I think the band's called Rockwell, and I just associated it with Sam Rockwell. But the song "Somebody's Watching Me."
Yeah.
I always feel like somebody's watching me. Yeah. I turned that on, and my brother texted me. He's like, "You fucking asshole." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "I was taking a shit."
Perfect timing.
I was like, I couldn't have planned that any better.
Yeah, right. Wow.
Or were you watching him and that's really weird?
It's really weird. It just fucking was hilarious because I'm like that.
He
no,
probably still wonders if you were actually watching him.
I know.
Secretly, he's like, I think he might have been watching me.
After I fucked with him quite a bit with doing that, he disconnected my Spotify from his Alexa.
As he
like,
should.
I was like, that's probably smart.
Other people shouldn't have access to your electronics,
Yeah.
especially home spy electronics.
So I have a question for you guys about this movie.
What movie are we talking about?
The Goofy movie.
Oh, yeah, the Goofy movie.
Oh, yeah.
I kind of feel like both Max and his dad are kind of shitty towards each other as far as like what the other wants.
You mean they're both kind of being selfish?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they're both in the wrong throughout the majority of this movie. Now,
Well, here's the
Max
thing,
obviously gives in being the kid, which you probably should because it is your only dad who does it. Like,
Yeah.
at least he's a loving father that's trying to have some time with his kid.
Right.
Not a lot of people got that, so
Yeah.
But
Hey, thanks for that one, Mike.
Yeah,
I was just trying to figure out how to go, you left me, Daddy.
I never got to throw the ball with my dad like Tommy was, so okay.
I wasn't gonna say any names, but
Some people didn't get the.
yeah, it's just when Max changes the map, which who the fuck draws on a map in pencil? First off, like why is that route not in pen?
In case you have to change the route.
Yeah.
You mean like what Max did?
Well, Max changes it for a completely selfish
My thing
reason.
is, why didn't they just fucking pull out their iPhone and just get directions?
Exactly. Fucking
This-
stupid.
Idiots.
This movie
Invent
doesn't-
the iPhone.
The other thing about this movie, for being a kids movie, kind of sends a bad message to kids. Like,
I lied. Is that what?
if you
That's some
go
Final
against,
Destination shit.
if you go against your parents' wishes,
Yeah.
and do everything selfishly for yourself, they'll eventually give in and give you what you want.
Yeah, they'll forgive you. And then you'll
Why
get to
did
dance on stage with Powerline.
Parents
Worth it.
will forgive their children. It does happen. But I mean,
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, you kind of giving kids like this. Not trying to shit on the movie. I just like the meat of the movie is this relationship between father.
All Mike's been doing is shitting on this movie and watching his brother take a shit.
There's a lot of shit going around.
Mike is definitely a watcher.
He's a shit watcher
And talker.
and talker. Mike shit. I'm done. I can't even.
I watch and talk shit backwards.
Yeah, right. I think Final Destination stole a. I forgot, like when the magazine rips up and it goes to the branch and it says "I lied." The map.
Yeah.
Final Destination
yeah.
does that with Devin Sawa's friend. The magazine goes in the fan and it just
Yeah.
says like Ted or Ned or whatever, and he's the next one that
Yeah.
dies. Final Destination stole from Goofy movie.
It's true. Confirmed.
I believe that. Yes.
Yeah,
we
absolutely.
may be the first ones to say it.
This might
Because who the fuck would have ever said it?
why?
Props to Powerline for staying professional and just like fucking going with the flow when Goofy and Max
Hey
pop
man,
up on stage.
some entertainers know how to go with the flow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And
If that would have been Kanye, he would have punched them both out and said, "I'll let you finish in a second, but
first, I'm a Hail Hitler, motherfucker.
That's why I hope they never make a endearing cartoon and Kanye's the focus of their music.
Oh,
character.
dude, Kanye would be so good for cartoon.
For our youth.
Yeah, I would love Kanye's one of the brightest. Oh shit!
Yeah.
But no, okay. I get what you're saying about both of them being selfish. What's the solution though? Why not both? Right? Well,
Well,
where
and
Goofy
that's-
wants to go is like what, Idaho or some shit. Doesn't he want to go to like a different state?
No, it's
I don't know where.
I
it is.
maybe it
don't
is
know.
Idaho.
It's somewhere in the west. Is it somewhere on the West
Utah.
Coast?
It's close to
California?
California, so it's
Okay.
like one of those
California.
like Midwestern, not Midwestern. It's one of those like weird
What,
states like Montana or Wyoming or something like that.
Yeah.
It's some lake he's trying to go to. That's all.
But it's clearly at some point in the drive, like even if he didn't know Max changed the map, like you're gonna know you're going to fucking.
I know a place he says he went with his dad all the time.
I
Yeah.
know. Like Goofy's a bit of.
He clearly had to have looked at the map and like when you get closer, you can see the end.
Yeah.
So did he not look at it and see the giant stadium he circled and be like, that doesn't look like the lake?
Right. John Denver's really full of it. Rocky Mountains aren't so rocky, huh?
This movie was only an hour and 20 minutes long.
I love that.
Yeah, like an hour and 17 minutes.
Yeah, we needed an extra 20 minutes of figuring out how the fuck they got out of the river and to
Yeah.
L.A.
Just on the top of the car.
They're on top of the car in the river, which I'm assuming is the Grand Canyon or something.
Yeah.
And then boom, they're suddenly in LA. Like what happened between
Well,
there?
if you look in the background, you can see Cusco tied up. Let me guess, waterfall.
Sharp rocks at the bottom.
When he casts the perfect cast and gets his dad, you see Cusco.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, baby.
The perfect
fun.
cast.
Wouldn't that have been great? Although I think Emperor's New Groove was after those.
It was after this, but if they had done this one second, they definitely would have put that.
They would have put Cusco and
For sure.
Pacha.
Gotcha.
Pacha.
Now
Hey, Pacha.
you guys know where the perfect cast always comes from.
Yeah,
Perfect cast.
Yeah, that line we say way too much
Yeah.
for a fucking obscure Goofy movie reference. Like, guys, have you seen that new Christopher Nolan movie? It has the perfect cast.
Do you guys remember the extremely Goofy movie?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the sequel.
I only
Yeah.
saw it like twice. It's not as good.
I remember watching that one a lot more for some weird reason.
Really? The only
Yeah.
thing I remember
Don't-
about the second one is like they have like the skate competition at the end.
Yeah. It was
he goes
dumb.
to college.
He said it was dumb. Yeah, he goes to college. Yeah, but I mean, the stunt that Max pulls at the beginning of this movie, you'd have to think he really would be the coolest kid in school, wouldn't he?
Yeah,
That
probably.
is,
yeah.
that is dope.
As long as it goes well,
right.
Like if he would have sucked at like,
Oh yeah, if he was
entertaining,
terrible.
then- but he was like, he was pulling off this dance. He was pretty good.
Corey, I would have seen like Max up there on stage killing it, and then it does like the Always Sunny reveal.
That would have been hilarious.
Everyone's like, Max is like, yeah, I need to go on this fucking fishing trip. I need to get out of here.
That's one of my favorite cutaways of all time.
It's so good.
Oh yeah, this would be it.
Ah.
Right there. It'd be a completely different movie if it had failed miserably, and then his dad's like, "Let's go on a camping trip." Max would be like, "Sold. Let's leave.
Right.
Never come back."
And thank God we got Pete in his purple underwear.
Of course.
But yeah, no, that jacuzzi scene really fucking deep. I'm glad to see there's like a little levity in the movie, like some adult themes and
You got to keep them under your thumb.
under your thumb. Yeah, about different like parenting styles and what's right, what's wrong.
Well, Pete sucks.
Oh yeah, Pete sucks.
Yeah.
But some parents are that way. They're like militarist. Hold on, help me out here. Militaristic,
There you
right?
go.
Is that yeah? They're very strict and yeah.
Yeah.
So some parents are that way. Some parents are like Goofy. Some like we talked about.
Well,
Some strike a good balance.
Pete's more of that dad that, like, in his eyes, I financially support this kid. He'll do what the fuck I say.
Right.
Like, I give this kid everything he wants. Why is he crying? Why is
he's
he
like
whining?
he's like Denzel Washington in Fences.
And
I'll
take
put
it
a roof
from,
over your head, don't I?
and take it from me, a father who pays attention.
Yeah.
Kids don't always care about the shit you buy them.
Right.
They care way more about, like, did you sit down with them while they built this Lego set? And like, they're going to remember that shit. They don't care about what you bought them.
Yeah.
I mean, some entitled white kids grow up with rich parents and they're like, oh, my dad bought me a yacht and I'm so loved. There are exceptions to the rule.
Yeah.
God, you use the Muffy Conrad. I've had enough voice.
Well, yeah, that's that Mike went Richard Jenny again.
Well, of course.
But I'm gonna have to give bingo card for that because he said, like, he did the voice I did, but he said the names that Richard Jenny says. So I'm gonna have to give him a bingo
I
card.
didn't say Richard Jenny. You said Richard Jenny.
But I knew it was
So whose fault is that?
yours, and also society.
I
blame society.
I blame society. Yeah, but I also like the perfect cast. How all the jokes aside that we make, the perfect. I like
That's
how
the dance move.
exactly. I like how it comes full circle. Like when Goofy's like Max is up on stage all awkward, and Goofy's like, "Do the perfect K." I like how it comes full circle. That's like their moment between father and son. I like how depressed Goofy is at this moment after the jacuzzi.
He's like so, and then he's like got the angry face on.
Yeah, oh, he's so pissed.
Like the entire like drive.
And
like,
it was cool to
here
see
comes-
because like it was cool to
His face
see
is about
because
to
like
change angry.
Goofy's been angry before, but it's usually played for a laugh. Like
Oh,
this
yeah.
is the first time like Goofy's actually depressed and mad, and it's like, oh shit, like Goofy's
yeah.
kind of scary right now.
he gets pissed once Max makes the wrong decision.
Yeah.
For the drive. Yeah.
That's another one of my favorite moments in the movie. Is like Goofy's just which way are we going, son? Because he there's some stakes there. He's like, are you gonna?
But,
Yeah.
And there's actually a bit of like, if you read into it, there's a bit of context here where you can tell, like, some kids would just be like, I fooled him, haha.
Yeah.
You can tell Max's face this whole scene. He's struggling to do the right thing.
Right.
So, like, at least he has that moral, at least it touched his conscience.
There's another.
He knew he was doing something wrong and he felt it. Some kids wouldn't give a shit.
Oh no, yeah. Some kids like got away with it.
There's another moment when they're that montage of them doing all this shit together after Goofy says that we could do whatever you want, or you
Right.
get to pick the stops and stuff. In the beginning, they're doing all the stuff Max wants to do, and you can tell Goofy's not having a good time. And like Max is like, oh, let's do something he wants to do, and then they takes him to that big fucking ball of yarn or whatever.
The rubber band ball or ball of yarn. Or something.
Yeah.
It's kind of a touching father-son trip movie where the son isn't necessarily doing what he wanted to do this summer, but he gets on board a little bit for a minute there.
Yeah.
But then there's still resentment when there's resentment after he fucking changes the map. Like, he's doing okay with him.
Look
for a
how pissed
while
Goofy
there.
is.
And then he changes the map, and then he acts like an asshole, like he didn't change the map.
Yeah. And I think like it's a good movie for like teenagers, and it's a good movie for parents. It's it works for both, because it's like kind of watching your kids grow up and knowing that they're starting their own lives and you still want to be involved in it, but they have to do their own thing. It's kind of like a sad realization for a parent.
It's a bit of a tough balance. Like, as a kid watching this movie, I didn't understand it, even as the teenage part, because my dad wasn't there.
Daddy wasn't there.
Daddy didn't love me.
On the flip side of that, I just didn't understand the father-son aspect then, but now having kids this age, I get it. I guess. And I get like there's definitely days where I'm like, go do your own thing, whatever. But there are days where I annoy my kids, like, hey, let's go fucking do something.
Yeah.
And sometimes they're like, okay, all right. They don't always want to go see the movie I want to go see, but they go with me.
Yeah.
Can we also talk about how fast Max and Goofy can run? Oh, never mind. He gets on a skateboard. Okay.
He gets a skateboard.
I was gonna say, because they were like catching up to the car fast.
Yeah, this isn't like Bullseye keeping up with a fucking commercial air jet on Toy Story 2.
Yeah.
Which is still not explained.
Ridiculous.
It's like, how's that done?
Guys,
well, because ride like the wind, Bullseye.
1, he can ride like the wind. 2,
Okay.
Bullseye's on performance enhancing drugs.
Oh, shit.
I want to see.
That's one great looking horse right there. And I love me some horses.
He does. It's true. I want to
He
see a
does.
zoomed out version of that little horse keeping up with the plane, because zoomed out, it's hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
Like keeping up with a fucking airplane.
I just like little puffs of smoke behind.
And now my impression of Bullseye.
I forgot to do the first.
I don't know how to do as Willem Dafoe.
There you go. You did it.
Willem Dafoe would do it.
If Willem Dafoe was a horse.
He's gay.
Oh God! We're back. We're back to this again. Remember when we used to do that? We used to like, what if they were a horse?
Everything just broke down to what if they're a horse though.
God, it's been a while since we've
because we're saying it's
figure
the
that
Goofy movie has layers. Okay,
yeah, like
it's
onions.
a touching summer getaway bonding movie. It's got stuff for parents trying to deal with their kids growing and leaving. It's kids trying to be cool in high school and spending less time with their parents and not realizing the impact that has on their relationship. You have a funny ass fucking Sasquatch that dances.
Hell yeah.
You have Possum Park, which is a fucking hilarious every time. Lester's Possum Park. Beat it. Smacks the shit out of him. It's so funny. I forgot about that, Max. Beat it.
So Goofy and Pete have the same job, right?
Yeah.
How the fuck
Pete
can
owns
Pete
the place.
Oh, does he own the place?
I think
Yeah.
he owns the place.
Pete's the big dog.
They don't.
Pun
They
intended.
don't. I think in later like stuff they do say that, but like in this movie,
it's
they,
like
they
Pete's,
don't say that.
It's like Pete's Sportswear. It's his place.
Okay,
I'm great
okay.
with kids.
I
Goof.
was about to say they have the same job, and he has all this money to with all that shit. Like how?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
he's got
yeah,
that
yeah.
fucking RV. Dude, I wanted that RV so bad when I was a kid. Full basketball court, swimming pool.
It took fucking forever to unveil everything when he like opened it, but when they ran away, it all just
Yeah, that was some Looney
sucked
Tunes
right
shit.
in.
That's such a cartoon thing for it to just go.
I love cartoons.
Yeah, man.
But Pete, he's just like with his parenting, but he also seems like he's jealous of the relationship that Goofy and Max
I
have.
think so.
Like every time they start to get along buddy buddy, like he interjects and says, "You gotta thumb up his
Oh,
ass,
shit.
Goof."
I
Hey,
think part of it is because like he wishes his style of parenting had the same results.
Yeah.
Max, look. It's the Leaning Tower of Cheesa.
fucking Christ!
All
That
right,
was
Corey.
the biggest thing I remembered from this movie. Like
The
'cause
Leaning
I haven't
Tower of
watched it in so
Cheesa.
long.
All right, Corey. What did you like better, Emperor's New Groove or Goofy movie?
Ooh.
Oh, that's hard.
He said, "Why would you do that to me?"
Don't ask me this question.
I would
Holy
give
cow.
Emperor's the slight nod just because of how many times I've rewatched it.
Oh my god.
But I love Goofy movie.
I don't know.
Okay, well, do you have any kind of list for Disney?
No.
Damn it! I was hoping you'd have like something made up.
Yeah, I didn't even actually think to actually
I
do that. Fuck man.
No, it's
Emperor's New Groove has more quotable lines, I suppose.
Yeah,
So maybe that just because of like I love David Spade. I think he's
I
hilarious.
know. He was meant for like voice acting and
He
cartoons.
was.
and
Groove my
shit.
groove.
Maybe Emperor's New Groove, but barely.
Yeah, both classics.
See, for me, it's I think Emperor's New Groove by a landslide.
Emperor's New Groove is tight.
Yeah, it is.
I really enjoy a Goofy movie, but I love Emperor's New Groove. It's just I could watch it over and over again. I mean,
Yeah.
you got Kronk. I mean, come on.
Emperor's New Groove contends for like maybe my favorite like Disney animated movie.
Oh, it's in my top 10.
Yeah, it's in my top probably 3.
These are both in my top 10.
Top
God,
10.
We are. You know
Yeah.
what? I think
Maybe
we should
top
do that.
5.
We should do a top 10 live stream for Culture Shock on Disney movies.
Disney.
We
Yeah,
haven't done a
that'd be
live
all-
stream on Culture Shock. in
Oh
a
Jesus!
while.
On Culture
Wow.
Shock. Yeah, I don't know the last
Wow.
time we did one. Now that Corey got us a bunch of subscribers,
Yeah,
we can do a live stream.
We're so big.
Everyone's gonna be like, "Where the fuck are the mini? What are they called?"
The mini Corey's gonna just have to have them.
Yeah, Corey, you have to have a bunch of mini brands behind you. Like if we live stream
Corey, can we do it? We'll do a live stream with you where you just open mini brands.
mini brands.
Yeah, done.
Of course, let's do it. But speaking of our YouTube, we can actually promote it since Corey has a few things on there. That is going to do it for our loosely based Goofy movie episode. Guys, we get off the rails sometimes. Sometimes we just talk about life. Corey and Mike talked about being a father. You know, that relates. Mike talked about
does.
his brother shitting.
That totally relates to.
Goofy probably shits.
Yeah.
I don't know if the writers ever make him shit.
Everybody shits.
Everybody poops. But yeah, that's got to do it on our episode. Aside from this, you can also check us out on youtube.com/Culture Shock Podcast, since Corey is posting a few things on there
Yeah.
that have got some views. So good job, Corey.
Yay.
Check us out over there. Other than our episodes, give us 5 stars, download these episodes. That makes the biggest difference. But go to our YouTube, subscribe to that. If you want to see some more of my personal stuff, I'm getting there, guys. I've been dealing with this devil toothache for about 2 weeks. I see a dentist tomorrow. But I will.
Devil.
He's the devil. But I will have some more videos coming out very soon down the pipeline. We have a huge stream coming up on Sunday debating top 10 games of the 1990s, which I know feels like a prehistoric year. But
It's going to be so interesting.
we've already had some lively debates in our private chat, so that's going to be a fun debate.
Yeah.
It's going to be It's going to be an ESPN first take type episode.
Look, I'm just gonna say this. I may have a take that will blow your mind.
Blow your freaking mind hose. But to see that and more on my channel, you can check that out at youtube.com/Baker Reviews.
Baker Reviews.
Thank you, as always, Mike. Other than my YouTube, other than our YouTube, Mike, where can they go to help this podcast in a more financial sense?
Yes, for just $1 a month, you can come support us over at patreon.com/Culture Shock Podcast. Help us keep the lights on over here and continue to give you this content on a weekly basis. At the $5 tier, you can vote on a monthly poll, which you can decide what we talk about, movie-wise, video game-wise, anything. Like, we literally just anything. Also, you get at least a 3-month early access to any movie commentaries that we decide to do, which we are trying to do those more frequently. We have done 2 of them now.
We've doubled our output from 1 to 2.
Yes, we have. Yes. And that will be releasing very soon on our Patreon. As far as anything else for the $5 tier, you also get to have access to our members only Discord, which, as I always say, is pretty highly active. We like to talk in there. We like to bullshit with everybody. You can meet the infamous Tim, the not so tool time Taylor. Yeah.
Trying to figure out if that was an insult or not.
Well, I don't know. You take it however you want to take it. Insult, compliment, maybe both. With that being said, we would like to thank our loyal patrons, and that is Cam Solly, Bobby Jean, Squiggums, Ambi, Josie, and Timimus Goof.
What's Timimus Goof?
Well, there's Maximus. His name's Maximus.
Timimus?
Timimus Goof.
Timimus. Well, there you go, Tim. That might be the best one yet.
Timimus.
Timimus. Sounds like a character in the new Christopher Nolan movie.
Timimus. It's a Harry Potter character.
Right over there with fucking... I forgot his name already. Barty Crouch, because I forgot the actor's name.
Artillo. Artio? Artitus?
He said tit.
Alistair.
Alistair Moody.
Do you know why? Because Alistair Moody. Yeah, that's why I think of that.
That's why.
Yeah. I bet he was 100% named after a Harry Potter character.
Will you wrap this shit up?
Oh, yeah. Aside from our patron, Corey, where else on the socials can they find us?
On Facebook, it's Culture Shock Podcast. On Instagram, it's Culture Shock 21. On TikTok, it's CS Podcast 21. And on Twitter, X, where I spend most of my time, it's also CS Podcast 21. Come on over. Let me know. Was this like a big childhood movie for you, or was it more like Mike, who you saw it as a kid, but you hadn't seen it in a long time? If you haven't, please give it a watch, especially if you're like a parent struggling with like a kid growing up in their teen years and not wanting to do things with you. Watch this movie. It's endearing. It's beautiful.
It's pretty good.
Well, that's going to do it from all of us here at Culture Shock. Thanks for listening.
Goofy movie.
Oh, we all have to do an impression. Oh, right. I think that was right. I don't know.